Hello everyone, today I'll be teaching you how to crochet this popular rose carpet. To quickly record the tutorial for everyone, I crocheted a smaller one. My design has leaves and flowers directly crocheted on it, so you will see that each flower's bottom is very clean with no thread ends. There's also no need to sew back and forth, which can be troublesome. Let's start by crocheting the main part of the carpet now. First, we'll do a round starting chain. Bring the thread over and crochet 2 braid sticks as the standing chain for the long occasionally, not counting as a row. In the first row, we'll crochet 12 long occasionally into this ring. The hook wraps around the thread and brings it through the loop, then wraps again. It goes through 2 loops, then wraps again through the last 2 loops. This forms a long occasionally, which looks like an V. Newbies can use a marker to keep track. Continue crocheting long occasionally into this ring. This is the second one. You try it yourself. There are 12 long occasionally in total in the first row. Check if there are 12 versus or needle. After finishing 12 long occasionally, pull the circle tightest possible, take out the first occasionally's marker, and connect it with the first occasionally. Every row after that should be connected with the first occasionally. Just bring the thread over directly, and that's a slip stitch. For the second row, start with 2 braid sticks, not counting as rows. The pattern for the second row is like this. Each needle occasionally produces 2 long occasionally. This is something newbies can use a marker to keep track of. This row needs to be continued with another long occasionally increasing row. After completing a row of long occasionally increasing rows, hook 1 braid row and move on to the next row for the second long occasionally increasing row. After finishing this row, hook another braid row. This pattern continues around the circle. Everyone can continue from here. The final long occasionally increasing row also requires a braid row at the end. Take off the first row's marker loop. We connect each row of balls back to the first row's pull-up. The second row is finished, and the third row. Each row starts with 2 braid rows as starting rows, not counting frames. The pattern for the third row is 1 long occasionally increasing row. 1 long occasionally increasing rows increase. After that, hook another braid row, repeating this 12 times. I'll demonstrate the second group now. In the next groups, we will encounter a braid row directly skipped over. A braid row corresponds to the one above it, which does not need to be hooked. We are building upon the long occasionally increasing row. So in the second group, after the long occasionally increasing row, there is an additional long occasionally increasing rows increase. After that, hook another braid row, corresponding to the one below it. Now everyone can start hooking themselves. Hook another braid row after that, connected to the first row's pull-up. That row is finished. After each round of drawing, we use 2 braid needles as standing pins, and then it doesn't count as frame rate, so we still need to crochet inside this needle. I'll directly teach everyone to look at the pattern, because it's all repeating down. In the previous circle, there's a long needle, and when a long needle plus a needle is hooked out, there are 3 long needles. So this circle is where we hook. 2 long needles, and then the last needle with the last hook, 1 with the extra needle. I'll demonstrate it to everyone. 1 long needle, 2 long needles, and then the last one with the long needle ends with a braid needle. Because each of our groups is separated by a braid needle, the next group has 1 long needle, 2 long needles, and the addition of long needles. It's just this kind of pattern. 2. Then the last needle with a long needle adds a needle. After hooking a braid needle, it's equivalent to saying every row and every set of us. It's always done on the last weekend, with a long hook that corresponds to a long needle at the beginning, and then this long needle is done with an extra needle at the end. This is the pattern of the circle. So in our fourth circle, it's 2 long needles, and 1 long needle with an extra needle. Everyone, go crochet yourselves and hook out the 12 sets. After each 12th set is hooked, there's still 1 braid needle left, so don't forget. Then connect it with the first lead and pull. Continue to stand up with 2 braid needles and start the next circle. Let's continue to take a look. Then the previous circle will have 2 long needles, 1 long needle plus a needle. If you hook it out, there will be 4 needle points, right? So our circle is 1, 2, 3 long needles, and demonstrate the addition of a long needle to the last needle.
1.
Okay. 3, then add a needle to the last syringe. After hooking a braid needle, continue to crochet the next set. This blanket is getting bigger and bigger. We no longer need to count how many rounds we have. We just need to put each group together. Since there are 12 groups in total, we just need to remember the pattern of each group. The hook for the long one corresponds to the long needle. Just tick the last pin and add one more needle. This circle consists of 3 long needles, and the next circle will be 4 long needles, one with an extra needle. Everyone will start crocheting downwards like this, and continue crocheting downwards. The 12 lines will become more and more obvious, which means the braid of needles in the middle of us. Just keep ticking down like this, no need to count the number of laps anymore, everyone will remember. For each long stitch, make an additional stitch at the last point of the needle. This lying down will evenly add stitches downward, turning it into a circle. You can lay it out on this flat surface to have a look, and it will add needles down very evenly. Everyone can hook this blanket to the size they want, and then we can hook its leaves and edges. I'll use this number 30 as a demonstration. Find any syringe to insert into the needle. Hook a braid needle. The pattern that locks our circle is like this. Hook a short needle. Then there are 2 braid needles, and then the 2 empty needles below are here at the 3rd needle. We can repeat with a long line. Place this line on the crochet. Repeat 1 short needle, 2 braid needles. With this pattern, leave 2 syringes empty and go to the 3rd syringe with a short needle. The pattern of the 2 braid needles in this circle is 1 short needle and 2 braid needles. 1 short needle, 2 braid needles. Is it particularly simple to repeat this way? Everyone should go and complete it themselves. After hooking the last 2 braid needles, connect them with the first lead and pull. The first round is done hooking, and then another braid needle is raised. The second round is even simpler, no addition, no subtraction, just hooking a circle of short needles. For example, if the first needle is short, and then we encounter 2 braid needles, we hook 2 short needles inside these 2 braid needles. Then it's repetitive. When encountering a short needle, hook 1 short needle, 2 braid needles, hook 2 short needles. Let's just finish this round like this. After everyone finishes the second round, it looks like this. We've already done the drawing, and now we're going to start drawing its leaves. Hook 3 braided needles. Then, pay attention to the position of the needle. We are pulling out the short needle, so look up for the corresponding long needle. After finding this long needle, count 1, 2, 3 to the left. Place a needle between 2 and 3. We can find a needle point from bottom to top like this to insert the needle, and then hook a short needle. Okay, then flip it over. Flip it like this. We hook a short needle, a medium long needle, and 3 long needles on this braid.
1,
3, then into the recycling area. A medium long needle. A short needle is good. Then hook 3 braid needles, 1, 2, 3. Let's look back. It's still that same short needle corresponding to this long needle. We need to count to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It goes in between the 4th and 5th ones. Now it's coming from above. This way to hook a short needle. Good to hook and then turn over. We repeat the method of crochet this leaf in this chain with 1 short needle, 1 medium long needle, 3 long needles, 1, 2, 3, then go back up a medium long needle. A short needle, good. This way we have finished both leaves. Now let's return to the second round here. The first short needle has already been used by us, so now we start from the second needle down below to crochet a short needle. Crochet 8. 2 sets of 3 short needles crocheted. We will repeat the crochet method for this group of leaves, starting with 3 braid needles. Then we need to look at this short needle corresponding to this long needle. Count leftward 1, 2, 3, which is between these 2. From bottom to top, insert the needle, crochet a short needle, then twist it over. On this chain, repeat the leaf crochet method, 1 short needle, 1 medium long needle, 3 long needles. I'll skip this step directly. Okay, after crocheting this leaf, we start 3 braid needles to the right. Look to the right and find this long needle first. Count from right to left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3. Crochet into these gaps. Crochet a short needle. Then twist it over. On this chain, repeat the leaf crochet method again. After finishing the leaves, let's go back to the second circle. If you're afraid of forgetting which short needle was just now, you can use a marker loop. We just crocheted the short needle, so continue down from the second short needle, 8 short needles in total, 1, 2, 3 like this, crochet 8 short needles, then repeat the leaf crochet method. Everyone can see that there is a long needle between the 2 sets of leaves, and this is correct. Just refer to the method we just used, complete the circle of leaves, and then we will hook the flowers. Each of our sets has a braid with this gap, so if encountered, next to it is this long needle, and next to it is a braid, so it still needs to be counted. For example, my short needle, next to it is this long needle. Let's count to the left, and the needle angle of this braid needs to be counted accordingly. 1, 2, 3. Between 2 and 3, insert the needle here. It's just that when encountering braids, they are still counted in, not that you have to skip the braids and continue counting these long needles, treating each braid as a needle. Congratulations everyone on coming to the flower part. Our roses are not sewn on, they are directly hooked on. Let me demonstrate for everyone. Please make sure to clearly see the needle insertion position. The needle insertion position is in the short needle between the 2 leaves, but don't directly hook it like this. If we hook it like this, the flower head won't be facing upwards, it will be facing sideways, which won't look good. So after we enter the short needle here, we still have to stay in the second circle here. Enter another short needle, which is the circle where we hook this short needle, and then enter another short needle, which means that both sides have entered. Take out the flower colored thread, I'm using number 76 here, leave some thread ends, and bring the thread over. One shot. Pull it tight. I have 14 braid needles here, and the size of the hook feels just right, so I use 14 braid needles. If you want it bigger, you can hook 16 or 16. After the 14 braid needles are done, we'll flip 3½ of the braids, and hook 3 long needles. 1, 2 of them. 3, we only pick the braid on one side here. Next is to hook 3 long needles out of each needle. This step should not be difficult for everyone to do by themselves. After you've done the 3 long needles at the last needle point, we'll use the 3 braid needles at the same needle point to pull out this rose flake. We need to note that this is not the last needle point, this is the one we locked at the beginning. As soon as we pull the thread, it tightens up, and this pinhole is gone. Okay, now that this flower piece is done, it's naturally curly. Let's roll it up right now and do it directly in our hands like this. Roll out the shape of a rose like this. You can suppress the fickle heart a bit, don't let it stand out too much here. Turn over the back and directly make a pull through. Look closely at the entry point, enter from the bottom of the first leaf, then also through the bottom of the second leaf. This means crossing horizontally across the entire bottom of the rose flower, coming out here. Then lift up this side's bottom, so that the hook needle crosses horizontally across the whole rose flower. Now place it on the back, we will directly pull through. Tighten the lock with 1½ threads. Pull tight, initially pulling the thread end tight as well, then tie a knot to fix it. This way, one rose flower is finished. Actually, you can cut off this thread end directly, but I'm used to hiding a few sewn-in knots inside with my needle. This way, we have completed our rose flower's bottom, including these leaves are very clean without any thread ends. Alright, that's the end of the tutorial. Remember to hand in your homework. Bye bye, see you next time.